start with, as always, you'll want to apply a base, and you want to bring this all the way up to the eyebrow because I'm going to be using a lot of colour up there as well. Next, take a colour to go through the crease. I'm using Tease from the Naked 2 palette, but you could just use any kind of contour colour really. Then just go ahead and take it through the crease. This is basically just going to help guide us when we apply the other colours over the top of it. Don't bother trying to bring out the colour at the side yet. I like to just get everything on the lid first and see what I need to adjust before I add any more additional shapes. Next, just take any kind of blend out colour. I've been using Foxy a lot recently, and I used to think this shadow was absolutely useless, but a sandy colour seems to work perfectly on my skin tone when I use it to blend out the edges of darker colours. All the shimmery shadows I use in this look are actually from this cute little palette from Makeup Academy, and this one, I think it was about £3, so I bought all of them. Not loads of the same one, I mean like all the different ones. Anyway, so I'm just using the lightest shade all over the lid, and this in itself is actually a really nice look. If you just throw on some eyeliner with it, it'd look really good. Next, I'm taking the darkest shade and I'm just applying this in the outer corner and then dragging it through the crease. Next, I'm taking the medium shade and I'm just applying this right over where the darkest colour and the lightest colour meet. You could just skip this entirely and no one would even be able to tell, but I'm just super finicky and I had to, so that's that. This is where you want to start pulling out the eyeshadow at the edge. You could put some tape there if you wanted to, if you wanted like a sharp edge, but I personally don't like the tape method and I prefer a softer look, but just do what you're comfortable with. And I'm just kind of bringing it out in a very soft wing. You can always adjust the edges with a concealer, so don't worry if it doesn't go right the first time. When you do lots of blending, the intensity of the colours often fade, so I'm just going to go back in with the lightest colour in the inner section of the eye, just to keep it nice and bright there. Next, I'm using concealer to just clean up that edge and also get rid of any fallout underneath. Moving on to underneath the eye, start by taking a brown eyeliner and take this all the way underneath the eye, right next to the lash line until you reach the start of your lashes. I like to blend out my shadows underneath the eye quite far because it's just what works for me, so if you didn't want to do it this thick then you don't need to. I'm also applying a little bit of the liner and blending it out on the top lash line, just in the outer corner to kind of darken it up a bit and connect it to the bottom. Next, I'm lining my upper and lower waterline with the brown pencil. I'm just going to take the darker colour on a waterline brush and I'm just going to pat this over the top of the liner. This is also going to help keep the liner in place for more than 5 minutes, which is always a bonus. Take the lightest colour again and apply this in the inner corner as a highlight, and it also just connects the top and the bottom together as well. Next, I'm just taking Tease again and applying this where I applied the brown liner before. Because I haven't used a black liner on the lash line and I'm wearing a light eyeshadow, the base of the lashes are gonna look really light because of the eyeshadow collecting there. So when you close your eyes you can see that and it looks really gross and makes the entire thing look really unfinished. So I'm just going to apply mascara there with a brush because it's easier than trying to do it with a mascara wand. I always find if I try to get right into the base of the lashes with a mascara wand, it ends up either in my eyeball or all over the lid, just ruining everything I've just done. And of course you could just wear liner. Liner would look killer with this look, but you know how I feel about liner. It just takes over my entire lid space and it only really looks good when I have my eyes closed. And I don't tend to walk around with my eyes closed, so what's the point? Next I'm applying some lashes. These are just the Ardell Demi Wispies that I've cut in half. Make sure they're corner lashes as this will help to enhance the sleek feline shape that we've created with the eyeshadow. Next I'm applying some lip gloss, and this came through with the Naked 2 palette I believe. Alternatively you could just use a nude lipstick if gloss isn't your thing, but I cannot for the life of me find any nude lipsticks or liners that look good with my skin tone, so pale people, help a sister out and let me know what you're using. I need a natural pink matte lip liner. That was a mouthful. But then that's it. I hope you like it. Make sure to come and find me on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and hashtag #EmmaPickles if you recreate any of these looks, because I love to see them. The links and products are in the description as always. And I've also got a PO box, so if you want to write me a letter then the address is in the description. And I think that's all I wanted to say. Yeah. Thank you for watching.